Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. So I'm here with week 3 of the 28 Days of Perfume challenge. And what I'm doing with this challenge for 28 days or 4 weeks, I'm using a different perfume sample every day. And then I'm doing weekly updates where I talk about all the perfumes I wore for the previous week. And then at the end of the video, I randomly select the perfumes I'll be wearing for the next week of the challenge. So definitely stay tuned for the end of the video if you want to see the perfumes that I will be picking for next week. But I'll start off with going over all the perfumes that I wore for week 2. So for the first day of week 2, I wore the Lancome La Vie Est Belle perfume. I have a deluxe size of this. And for all the perfume samples for this week, I sprayed a little bit out on poured a little bit out on these little slips of paper that have the perfume names, just so I could kind of remember what they all smelled like. This one has the notes of iris, patchouli, and gourmand, and the style of it is free, happy, and addictive. And this one honestly reminds me of the YSL Black Opium that I wore last week. That was a perfume that I didn't really care for, and I don't really care for this one as well. They both have overlapping notes of patchouli, so that might be the element that I'm just not caring for in these perfumes. But yeah, this one I just felt was overpowering. It just, I don't know. I really like a more sort of fresh type of scent, and this one was just too much for me. So personally, I didn't care for this one. But, you know, perfume's so personal, so, you know, I could totally know some people really love this type of scent, but just not for me. So this one, not my favorite. Then for the next day, I wore the Versace Bright Crystal Absolu. That's a little vial of this one. And I've had the Bright Crystal, the original, in a full-size bottle before, so I know this is a scent that I like, and this is just a more intense version of it. But that's pretty much it. It's like the same notes, I think, but it's just a more intense, maybe concentrated version of it. The notes for this are yuzu, pomegranate, raspberry, peony, magnolia and lotus flowers, precious vegetal amber, deep acajou wood, and musk. And the style of this is intense, vibrant, and luxurious. And I don't know, I really like this one. I definitely say it's like a fruity, it's like a bright type of fruity scent, not a sweet type of fruity scent with that floral. I just think it's a nice kind of combination, and I think that has bright in the name is very like descriptive. It definitely has that sort of bright, sort of fresh scent. Definitely a different sort of floral scent than the Lancome one. But yeah, I really enjoy this. It was kind of nostalgic for me since I did have the full size of the Bright Crystal before, so I did like wearing it, kind of remembering that scent. This also reminded me of another scent that I had even longer ago, like 5 or 6 years ago. It was the Burberry Brit Sheer scent that comes in like the pink bottle. It really reminded me of that as well. So I looked up the notes of that one, and they do have some overlapping scents. I think the Burberry one also has yuzu, so they both have yuzu. I think peony and I think musk were the overlapping scents, so it kind of made sense that it reminded me of that scent as well. So I guess this is the type of typical scent that I go for, so I did enjoy that one. The next day of the challenge, I wore another scent by Clean. This is the Clean Air scent. Last week I had worn the Clean Rain scent, which I did like. So the notes for this one are Mountain Air Accord, Bergamot Blossoms, Lush Green Accord, Sparkling Freesia, Powdered Aldehydes, Dewy Peony, Enveloping Musk, Cashmere Woods, and White Amber. So they were very descriptive here with the notes. The style of this one is carefree, feminine, and exhilarating. So just reading the notes, it sounds like it would be a light sort of floral, very perfect type of spring scent. So I was excited for this one. But the first note of this is Mountain Air Accord, which is kind of like, what is air smell like. Air smells like nothing. Like there might be, like if you're outside, there might be like flowers or different things in nature that have scents that like the air, like wind, can kind of bring all together and give a good type of scent. But air itself doesn't really have a scent. So I would say that that note is pretty accurate for this little perfume. It really doesn't smell like anything. Like just smelling it straight out of the little vial, like it's not a very strong scent. And on the skin, it like gave me nothing. Like immediately sort of disappeared. Like I couldn't smell anything even after initially applying it. So it's so disappointing. Like I really was hoping that would be a good scent. Looking at the notes, it seemed like it would be a good scent, but it was like smelled like nothing, which I guess calling clean air is pretty accurate. And I don't know if it's just me, like my skin chemistry, like it all just disappears, if other people would have better luck with this, but it was just disappointing that like I couldn't smell anything on this one. So yeah, this one, not my favorite, and I'm sad about it because like reading off the notes, it sounds like it would be something that I would like, but yeah, I just couldn't get anything from it. So that was day 3. Then for day 4, I wore the Escada Joyful. This is another one that I have a deluxe size of. The notes of this one are black currant sorbet, melon, mandarin, violet leaves, pink peony, dewy magnolia, nectarine, honeycomb, flory moss, and sandalwood. So this is a very like kind of sweet, fruity scent with the floral. That fruitiness kind of dissipates and you're kind of left with a more of a floral type of scent. The style of this one is confident, urban, and spontaneous. I don't know about this one, to be honest. I mean, it was just to me a pretty typical type of floral scent. There's nothing really unique or like special about this one. Like of all of them that I wore this week, this is the one I'm most like, oh yeah, that one. Like it doesn't really stick out in my mind either as positive or negative. It was just sort of okay. I would wear this. I mean, it wouldn't make me upset. I wouldn't like hate my life if I was wearing this, but it's just nothing really unique about it. It's just pretty typical. Especially once that sort of initial sweet fruity note sort of dissipates and you're just kind of left with the floral. But there's no like interesting kick to it. There's nothing like, oh, it's just a floral scent, which I like, but there's nothing like different about it. So personally, I wasn't super crazy about this one, but it was fine. Like, that's kind of my best assessment of this one. It was just fine, but nothing super memorable about it, at least to me. So that was for day 4. For day 5, I wore the Thierry Mugler Alien, and this is one that I do have in a purse spray. So I do like this one. I already knew that I like this one. But the notes of this one are Solar Accord, Jasmine Sambac, green notes, cashmere, vanilla, and transparent amber. So some interesting sort of descriptions there. And the style of it is mysterious, soothing, and magnetic. And this one I do really like. I would say for me it's more of a winter scent, so it's kind of interesting that I'm wearing it in like spring. I definitely wear this more in winter, and I do just have it in like a purse spray. I don't have the full size because it is a type of scent that I kind of just wear occasionally. It's not like an everyday type of scent for me. It's one that I like occasionally am in the mood to wear, but I do really like it, and I'm not sure if it's like the jasmine in it or if that's like the overwhelming scent of it. But it's just different. It's unlike anything else I've smelled. It might not be everyone's like perfume, but it's just something different that I have in my collection than anything else or anything else that I've smelled. So I like the uniqueness of it, but it's definitely not. I tend to go for the more kind of fresh, bright, fruity, sort of floral type of scent. This one definitely isn't that. So it's very unique, at least in my collection, but I don't know, something about it I just like. So this is one, if you were interested, I would definitely recommend getting a sample of it because I just don't think everyone would love it. But I don't know, it's just so unique. I guess alien is like the perfect name because you're like, it doesn't smell like anything else. It's very interesting. So yeah, I really like that one. But then of course, it's like everything that I like this week, I already owned a full size or have in a full size, or the purse spray. So I didn't really discover this week anything new that I really like. So anyway, the next one that I wore was an Atelier cologne. It's the Vanille Insensee. So last week I had used the Atelier Cologne Cedar Atlas. It was just it was like a citrus and a woody scent that was like super unique. I really, really liked it. So I was so excited to wear this scent. And the notes of this one are lime, cedrant, coriander, jasmine, vetiver, oak moss, vanilla, oak wood, and amber. So just reading the scents, I was so excited to wear this. Being that it's Atelier cologne, I was so excited knowing last week that I really, really loved the Atelier cologne. I was just like so excited to wear this one. And I was envisioning like a vanilla scent, but with that like lime, and I was interested in what the coriander part of it would be. I really love cilantro, so I was like, oh, I wonder what this will smell like. It seems like it could be really, really good. But I hated this one. I don't know if I probably have, I'm being dramatic, but like in the course of this challenge, I haven't like hated a perfume this much. It just made me angry and it put me in a bad mood. I don't even know, like maybe because I was expecting to like it and it to be like super good and like interesting, but I just didn't care for this one. I don't even know how to describe what I didn't like about it. It was like just a vanilla scent, but it was like a bad vanilla scent. Oh, just smelling it now, like, oh man. I don't know how to like describe what I didn't like about this. I was looking on reviews on Sephora to see what other people thought of it, and kind of the common theme I was seeing was people were calling it like an adult vanilla. It's not like a sweet sort of vanilla. So yes, maybe in my mind I was thinking it would be something else and it wasn't, but I just didn't like this one. And I don't know if it was just me, like other people had like negative reviews on it as well. Like there were a lot of positive reviews. But yeah, I don't know what it was, but this one I just did not care for at all. I do have a little postcard of it as well, so I do like the little postcard. Like I still like Atelier cologne. I will still get samples of Atelier cologne, but I think it's just a very hit or miss type of, at least for me, a very hit and miss brand. Like some stuff will be really interesting and I'll like, and then there'll be other ones I'm just like, oh, get that thing away from me. So, you know, I can appreciate that they're trying to come up with unique scents, and maybe like everyone will have a different scent that they like from Atelier cologne, but this one just wasn't for me. The style of this one was magical, evocative, and electric. Magical. It was magically bad. I don't know. That was just my opinion on it, but it was just, I don't even know how to describe it. Maybe like a woody vanilla scent, but just something about it was just like too overpowering, and like I couldn't like wash it off myself, but it like persisted through the whole day, and I was just like, oh, I hate this. Like maybe because my expectations were high for this one, or reading the notes I thought it would be different than it was, but yeah, I don't know. I just did not care for this one. And finally, for day 7 of week 2, I wore from Elizabeth and James the Nirvana Black. Now, this is one I do have the full size of, so it is one I know that I like. The notes of this one are violet, sandalwood, and vanilla. So this one does have vanilla, so I don't hate vanilla, or at least in this combination, I don't hate vanilla. The style of this is sensual, edgy, and mysterious. I didn't realize for both the Thierry Mugler and the Nirvana Black, they both have that mysterious scent. This one I do like, though. Like, comparing it between the Atelier, I don't know, like this one has vanilla, but I don't know if it's like the floral or the sandalwood with it. Like the combination is just interesting and different, but I actually really like this. This is one I do really like. Like I obviously have a full size of it, but it is a good sort of, I would say, more evening type of fragrance. I would say this one is more fall fragrance. I do wear the Elizabeth and James like all year long, but this one would be a little bit more fall type of fragrance, fall, winter. But I do like it. I like for the Elizabeth and James, they have like 3 notes for their perfumes. They're very like simple. It's not like so many things layered together where you kind of lose the individual scents. So it definitely has that sandalwood, like the vanilla to kind of, I would say, sweeten it or like calm it down a little bit, and then that violet kind of floral. But I don't know, I really like the combination of this one. So this is definitely a favorite of mine. So those were all the perfumes for this week. You know, I was really hopeful that I'd find something new that I really liked, but all the ones that I really liked, like I said before, are ones that I've already owned or have owned previously, so I didn't really discover anything new this week besides perfumes I've learned now to stay away from. But I will rank the perfumes like I did last week in the order of what I liked. So definitely at the bottom, I'd have to put the Atelier Cologne Vanille Insensee. Yeah, I just never want to touch this one again. Then I put the Lancome La Vie Belle. I just don't care for the kind of patchouli scent of this one. So I put that in the 6th spot. Number 5, I put the Clean Air, which doesn't really smell like anything. So I'd rather wear nothing than wear the Lancome or the Atelier Cologne one. So yeah, but that I put number 5. Number 4, I'd put Escada Joyful. I didn't super care for this one, but because I had a lot of really duds this week, I'd put this at number 4, so it kind of got rated higher than it would in maybe another week for stronger contenders, but I put that at number 4. Number 3, I'd put the Versace Bright Crystal Absolu. I did really like this one, and it brought back memories of other perfumes that I've worn, but I don't know if this is something I would purchase again. It kind of liked it at one point, and now I've kind of found other perfumes that I prefer more. But you know, I did like this one. It was fun to use it again. So there's that one. For number 2, I put the Thierry Mugler Alien. I would say this is one that I wear more sparingly. I just have it in the sort of purse spray. It's one that I wear, you know, not an everyday sort of scent. The Elizabeth and James one is definitely one I'd wear every day if I could. I mean, I could, definitely, but you know, this one is a more occasionally used type of perfume, but I do really like it. And then number 1 would be the Elizabeth and James Nirvana Black. I realized for the first 2 weeks of the challenge, my top picks are ones I already own, which I guess is a good thing because it means I don't need to go out and like buy something else that I've discovered that I really like. But you know, I'm not really finding anything that I really love from all these samples. But for the next 2 weeks of the challenge, I think at this point I've used the samples of everything that I own in a like full size. So I will hopefully be discovering some things in the next 2 weeks of the challenge. And my top picks will be something that I don't already own. So, you know, I think that should make it a little more interesting. So those were all my week 2 perfumes, and now I'll pick out the perfumes I'll be wearing for week 3, and hopefully I can find some stuff in the next week that I really like. I don't want to be super disappointed again, but let's see what I choose. So the first pick for week 3 is, they're all stuck together. Oh my gosh. Okay. So first pick is, oh, well, this will be interesting. This is the Clean First Blush. So every week I have a clean scent. I think this is the last clean scent that I have. So I'll be interested to see if this one actually smells like something, because Clean Air was a dud, but I did like the Clean Rain scent. So we'll see what this one is like. The second pick for week 3 is Oh, this one is Etat Libre de Orange Remarkable People. So let me find this one. So there's that. So that will be interesting. I haven't really heard much about this particular like brand, and I'm not really sure what this one will smell like. The perfume name is just Remarkable People. So very interesting. Okay. Let's see. The third perfume for week 3 is Aerin Ikat Jasmine. So super excited about this one. I love the Aerin Water Lily Sun from the first week of the challenge, and from doing the challenge, it seems like jasmine is a scent that I really enjoy. So really excited about this one. So here's the vial of that. The fourth pick is Fossil 1954. So this is like a Fossil, like they have it's like the watches and the purses, but they also have a perfume. So that's that. So excited about that one. The fifth perfume for this week is Gucci Guilty. So this is one that I also have a deluxe size of. I think this one also has patchouli, so I don't have high hopes for this, but you know, we'll try it out and see. Okay, the sixth pick is another one by Thierry Mugler. This is the Angel though. So I really like Alien. I think I've tried out Angel before. I don't think I liked it as much, but it'll be fun to try this one again. But that is Angel. And wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I was off in my counting, but that's the 7 picks. So I have the Clean First Blush, the Aerin Ikat Jasmine, Gucci Guilty, the Etat Libre de Orange Remarkable People, Fossil 1954, and Thierry Mugler Angel. Actually, wait, that's only 6. I have like everything laid out in front of me, so I think I was counting one from this week for week 2 for week 3. So okay, one more. Okay, the last pick is Prada Candy. Where is that? Here it is. So this is one I've tried. I've used up a little vial of it previously. I do like this one. It's just a powdery kind of floral scent, so, or like powdery sweet floral scent. So yeah, excited about that as well. So those are all my picks for week 3. Definitely check back next week if you want to see my thoughts on those perfumes. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.